Bro, stop cooking yourself. Let me ask you a question that's going to make you feel really uncomfortable. I want you to look back at the calendar. Look at the last 3 or 4 months. What have you actually gotten done since the start of the year? Be brutally honest with yourself right now. Think about the promises you made to yourself a few months ago, the habits you swore you were going to drop, the routines you promised you were going to build. Now, look at where you are sitting today. You are quietly cooking yourself, and you don't even realize it. Most people think that ruining their life happens with one massive, dramatic mistake. It doesn't. You don't wake up one morning as a failure. You drift there. You are ruining your potential in slow motion, and you are doing it with 100 small compromises that all feel completely harmless in the moment. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You didn't just give up all at once. It started with a tiny lie. You told yourself, I'll just sleep in this one day, or I'll just take a 10-minute break on TikTok before I study. But then 10 minutes turned into 2 hours of switching between TikTok and YouTube Shorts while staring at your ceiling. And suddenly, without even noticing, you slipped right back into the exact same miserable routine you swore you left behind. You come home, drop your bag on the floor, and your whole evening is just swallowed. You're back to rotting in your bedroom, breathing recycled air, and letting your brain get totally fried. And the worst part is, you aren't even having fun. You aren't resting. You're just living in this weirdly numb autopilot state where you are trying to make the evening disappear. You're stuck in this half-dead zone where you're too lazy to do anything useful, but too restless to actually enjoy doing nothing. But you can't admit that to yourself, right? Because that would hurt your ego. So, you try to hide it with nice-sounding language. You tell yourself you're just protecting your peace, or taking a break. Bro, stop lying to yourself. You aren't protecting your peace, you're hiding from effort. You aren't burnt out, you are overstimulated, distracted, and completely undisciplined. You're trying to cope by consuming self-improvement content instead of actually improving. You watch videos about discipline and think that's the same thing as having discipline. You watch guys talk about making money, while you sit there doing absolutely zero work. That is not ambition. That is entertainment that makes you feel productive. It gives you this fake feeling of progress just to calm you down enough to keep you exactly the same. You've become someone who always has plans, but absolutely zero momentum. And here is why this is an absolute emergency right now. Summer is practically here. In a few weeks, you are going to be handed the greatest gift you can possibly get at this stage of your life: a blank check of completely unrestricted free time. Summer is the ultimate incubation period. It is the peak opportunity of your entire year to learn a high-income skill, start a business, or transform your physical shape, because you don't have school draining 8 hours of your day. But if you do not break your current cycle today, I can tell you exactly how this is going to play out. You are going to let the days blur together. You'll wake up at noon, scroll until your eyes burn, and play video games until the sun comes up. You'll spend your entire summer as an NPC, sitting in the dark, watching other people live their highlight reels. And then you're going to blink. The leaves will fall, and suddenly it will be freezing cold winter again. You will be sitting in the exact same room, staring at the exact same screen, a year older, but with absolutely nothing to show for it. You will be hit with that heavy, disgusting feeling of September's regret, realizing you wasted the best months of the year. You cannot let that happen again. It is not too late. The summer is still yours to take, but the waiting room is officially closed. Nobody is coming to save you. There is no magic future version of you who's going to wake up tomorrow and fix your life. You have to draw a line in the sand tonight. Forgive yourself for the last few months of slipping up, but do not let it drag into tomorrow. Tonight, when you go to sleep, put your phone in a completely different room. And tomorrow morning, I want you to force yourself to get out of your house. Go outside, get some sun on your skin, and reset your brain from that indoor fog. Stop treating serious things casually. Pick the one thing you have been putting off for the last 3 months and start it before you feel ready. You and I, we are not different at all. I know exactly what you feel. Turn off your phone in 3, 2, 1.